Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shiva Kailash Shambho. I'm a 28-year-old meditation master. I'm going to give you some ideas, or specifically I'm going to talk to Andrew Tate. I know, of course, he's not going to be listening to me, but you are going to be listening to me because why everyone cares about and loves Andrew Tate, and you can't help it. You can't help but to click on this video just because Andrew Tate is in the title. So I'm going to give you some advice, something that your father should have taught you, something you should have learned from your father, yet you didn't because you didn't have a father, or if you had a father, he wasn't a man, or if he was a man, he didn't have this knowledge, okay? And I worked very hard to acquire this knowledge, so I'm going to share this and dispense this with you or to you. So before I do, show some reciprocation by clicking the like button, which helps me to get more views. Here we go. Well, first I'm going to do some push-ups, and then I'll talk to you. All right. If you're wondering what I'm wearing, this is a Rudraksh. It's a bead that grows in the Himalayan mountains, a seed. And the seed is blue, electric blue. Once you open it up, it's a seed. And there are 21 faces of the seed. This is a 5-face Rudraksh. And this is a metal. It's solidified mercury coated with silver. All right, here we go. My advice to Andrew Tate. Well, my advice to all men. This is something, again, that you should have learned at a very young age, yet you didn't, because there are no real men on this earth. Yet, this is what's going to change in 2024. Here we go. If we went back in time to someone that lived in the jungles, maybe 1,000 years ago, didn't have any access to civilization, purely in the jungle, and he was a man, do you think that if he was a teenager or a young adult or an adult or late adult or, old adult, that he would go back to his hut and, find some drawing of a naked woman and, do the deed? No, he wouldn't. Why? Because when you're pushing your energies forward, when you're out there striving to survive, that doesn't even cross your mind. And if you do that, your ability to survive, your senses get dulled, because this act is a reproductive act. It is to do with reproducing another child. If you get rid of this essence or this liquid, you are getting rid of yourself, okay? Because ultimately you're duplicating yourself. This is why it's so advised to stay away from this. Very important. Yet I know that this is a really big problem here in our society because of our immense access to online videos and adult videos, and also because everyone is weak. This is just how it is, unfortunately. I don't think it's to anyone's blame. I think it's just the cycles of the earth and the cycles of how things are. Now is a more feminine time on the earth, at least maybe where I am in Darwin, Australia. The feminine energy is the most strong right now. And when this is the case, your ability and your tendency to go towards your feelings is amplified. And of course, there's nothing worse than doing this deed for reasons that I've just explained. So how does this tie into Andrew Tate? Well, Andrew Tate isn't directly doing this, going back to his room and doing what we're all thinking about. I'm not going to say it because there's no reason to. But he is essentially doing exactly the same thing, except he's doing it with other women. And he is releasing his life force essence into a plastic bag, which is essentially just as bad. Why is it so bad? Because when you don't do this, your body naturally fills up with itself. You become full of yourself. Someone mentioned this in a comment to me a few videos back. He said, I'm full of myself. Well, what else can I be full of myself with? What else can this person be full of with? Can I be full of yourself? No, I can only be full of myself. When this essence is retained, and when you strengthen it, and when you don't release it, most importantly, you start to build your own quality. Your own light starts to brighten. It's like a light bulb. You turn the volume up of the light bulb and it becomes brighter and brighter, exactly in this way. And even though Andrew Tate has amassed wealth, he has lots of material success, and he has fame, people like him and respect him and they listen to him, and he has a very strong and fit and athletic body, this is the number one thing that is missed in him. I want to give you a challenge, okay? I want you to look at videos with him dealing with other women, especially when it's women that he doesn't know. Even though he sits there like a tough guy and he's really masculine and he says all the right words technically, you can see in his body it's becoming more soft. He gets like limp. Why? Because your legs stop working when you get rid of this, okay? When you don't do this, you can stand there like a pillar, like a rock, impenetrable. I don't care what she does or what she doesn't do. I will be imperturbed. Yet he can't say that. He cannot. Of course, he has other factors working for him. Like I mentioned before, he's very athletic and he knows how to fight. This is all working to his advantage. Yet this is the number one thing that is missed. And I'm going to keep reiterating this because in the future, if you want to create a positive and healthy future for ourselves in this civilization, of course I'm talking to the men here mostly, this is the number one most vital thing that you can do. You have to become a more powerful man and you have to retain your seed. There is nothing more important than this. This is like the number one way to become more natural or to live a natural, healthy lifestyle is for you to retain your seed. I'm gonna take a break here and do some more push-ups. So how do you do this? The number one way of doing this is you have to have a clear goal in mind. You have to have a vision forward. It doesn't matter what ad blockers you put on your computer, if you destroy your computer, if you do any kind of these little nonsensical things. What is the ultimate reason is you have to know why you're doing this. Why? Why are you doing this? Is it because I told you so? If you're doing that because I told you so, you're going to fail, guaranteed. You have to first look within yourself and discover the pain of this. Once you know the pain, it's very easy to know the pain. Then to see the advantages of this. And the advantages are massive, humongous, huge. Actually, not really. It's just you becoming a natural man, a normal man. That's it. You're doing something that is negative, that is taking away from your natural being, and you stop doing that, so you just naturally go back to baseline. Is that really so special, or is that really so, wow, amazing? No, it's not. And I'm going to give you a secret here, a bonus. That the only reason to spill this, the only reason to get rid of this, is to produce a child. There is literally no other reason. Like the only reason why saliva is produced in the mouth is to first break down the food while you're chewing it, and to also help digestion. Okay? There is no other reason for this to be here. Therefore, there's no reason to spit this out. I see people here spitting this out, people that are very earthy and grounded. They spit. Why do they spit? As I walk by, they spit subconsciously, not really knowing what they're doing, to mark their territory, to claim their territory. Well, that's a very medial and simple way of doing it. You can do it in a much more powerful way. You can claim your territory in a much more influential and energetic way with your energy. So if you're a man, if you've listened to this up until now, do yourself a favor. And also do the entire humanity a favor by keeping this essence to yourself. And when it's time to produce a child, then you do that.